kettlebell class with me, Coach David. So thanks very much for bearing with me. Just wanted to make sure we got all our camera angles right, make sure the director was on point, lighting, makeup, hair, you know, the usual stuff. Like I say, it's going to be another kettlebell class today. So we're going to go for, let's say, between half an hour and 40 minutes of really good quality kettlebell movements, okay? So, hope you're limbered up, feeling a little bit loose and ready to go. You should be also a little bit warm. It's not as warm outside today as it has been the last previous couple of Sundays, so hopefully you've got moving around and feel like you're ready to go and to hit it hard. Okay, so our first part of the session, the first segment, is going to be 2 exercises. The first of which is a sequence of movements. Okay, so it's a clean, squat and press, and we're going to do 10 of those on each side. Okay, so what that's going to look like is, if you remember, our clean movement is part of the hip hinge family. So we're going to do almost a swing, but instead of sending it out in front, we're going to send it up the body, catch it up on the shoulder, with that elbow tucked in nice and close, and a nice cross palm position. So we don't want to be holding it like a handbag, we want to be holding it right across the palm. Okay, so that's the clean, then we'll squat, and when we stand tall, we will press overhead. Okay, so that again, clean, squat and press. Okay, so we'll do 10 of those on each side. If the squat element of it isn't good for your knees, for whatever reason, you can excise that element, you can take that out. We'll just do the clean and the press. Okay, dead simple to change that up if you need to. So we'll do 10 of those on each side. We're going to follow that with what's known as a suitcase row. Okay, so suitcase row is a bit like a regular row, okay, where you're in this position with the shoulders up, back nice and flat, chest proud, and rowing up into the body. But we're going to go a little bit narrower now. What that does, it makes it a little bit more challenging. Okay, the core is going to be a bit more involved. It's going to be a little bit tougher to try and stop yourself from rotating around. We narrow the stance, smaller base of support, means more work to be done. Okay, so just like the last one, if that's a bit much and you're not comfortable with that, depending on the weight of your kettlebell, you can always go a little bit wider. You can even go for almost like a sumo type position, have the kettlebell inside the knees. Okay, that's still going to give you plenty of work to do. Squeezing the shoulder blade back behind you, keeping the elbow tucked in. Okay, so that's going to be 10 on each side as well. We're going to keep it dead simple. So 3 rounds of these. And let's get stuck in and see where we're at after the first round, and we can have a little bit of a breather. Okay, so clean, squat and press to start. 10 on this side and then 10 on the other. There we go, that's one. So really try and keep the elbow tucked in close to the body when you're cleaning. You want to keep that control. You don't want the kettlebell getting too far away from the body. Four more. And go for as good a squat depth as you can. 2, and then one more. And drive overhead. Right, okay, so swap arms. We'll do exactly the same on the opposite side. Now swing through, squat and press. Okay. Hitting pretty much every part of the body with this sort of sequence, which is why it's a really nice one to get stuck into early while you're fresh. Using the glutes and the hamstrings to get you swung up into position. Quads and glutes again as you press, as you squat rather, and then shoulder and arm and back and core as you press overhead. Let's go for one more. If in doubt of your numbers, you always got to do a little bit more. Okay, 10 on each side, so into position for the suitcase row now. Remember, feet quite close together if you can manage that. Hinge over, good hips back, position chest up, and then drive. 2, 3. Really squeeze the shoulder blade behind you. Take your time, it shouldn't be too fast. We're not looking for momentum here, we're looking for good muscle control. And 10. Okay, swap sides. Remember, nice and close together if you can. Try not to let the chest and the shoulders rotate. We're just letting the elbow fully extend and then pulling back. and 10. There we go. Awesome stuff, guys. Right, okay, so round number 1 done. Have a little bit of a breather. Shake yourselves off, give us a little bit of a loosen off. Okay. It's weird, it doesn't feel like a Sunday, does it? With Friday being a bank holiday. It's a bit of an odd one. And the weather's playing silly beggars as well. Okay. Right. So, we've got 2 more rounds of these to go, guys. So let's get back into a clean squat press position. You'll notice the feet are quite wide. We want a good stable base on this one. We don't want to be too close together when we're squatting in the last element of this. So we want to get the feet apart. We can get the kettlebell back, rack it, squat and press. Okay, there we go. Let's get into a bit of a rhythm. Okay, 2 more. 9, and 1 more. Okay, so hopefully you're getting a bit more familiar with this clean movement and it's landing comfortably on the back of the wrist. We don't want it crashing off there and being uncomfortable. It's all about hand position. Make sure you've got your hands through, as far through that handle as you can. 2 more. And 1. Squat and press. Awesome stuff. Right guys, no hanging about, let's get straight into that suitcase row. 1. Might help just to have your hand on your sternum or your belly, just to remind you not to let the body rotate. Okay, swap legs, swap arms either, legs. 1, 2, and 10, there we go, right. Whew. One thing I forgot, very important. Where's my water? Right, let you guys have a quick sip of water, I'll grab mine. Okay, right, awesome stuff guys. So, have ourselves a little minute's rest. Okay, so, one more round of these to go. One thing to be careful of when you are doing lots of explosive movements like you quite often feel with the kettlebell is to make sure that you're fully loosened off and stretched. Now, having a feel throughout your body, because we often encourage people to do during the warm up at the gym, you know, just have a bit of a top to toe kind of stop check, if you like, a little bit of a mental checklist. Are my shoulders tight? Am I feeling a bit tense? My arms a little bit achy from a previous workout? My lower back a bit stiff? Have I been sat down or stuck in one position for a long time today? But personally, when I did this before we started, I noticed that my calves were really, really tight, like proper like rocks. But I know what that's about. It's because I went for a long run on Friday. Did a bit of stretching afterwards and a bit of stretching yesterday, but there's still a point of real kind of potential risk to injury. So a good foam roll with them before I started, this and the calf marches, and all that stuff really helps. So yeah, like I say, just doing a little bit of a mental inventory of what's tight, what's sore, what doesn't feel quite like 100% ready, and then just focus on that for a little bit. You'll absolutely feel the benefit, hopefully minimise your chance of injury and maximise your chance of consistent training. Nothing slows your training down like having to stop because you're injured. Right, okay, another 10 on each side. This is the third 3 sets of these guys, so let's go. Squat and press. There we go. Swing, squat, press. Should be getting into a nice rhythm now. If you do feel like, oh, just getting into the swing of this now, literally, and you wanted to go for an extra round, if you're not watching live, why not pause and go for an extra round. 4 rounds of everything today will be a proper killer. Okay. One more. And push. Right, there we go. Right, let's go for the other side. This is the one I find tougher because I'm conscious that my left leg's not quite as strong as my right. So whenever you do an offset squat like this, where the weight is off the midline, you probably feel it a little bit more on the musculature of that side. 3 more. One more. And push. There we go. Awesome stuff. Right, quick transition to a suitcase row or a regular row, whichever you're more comfortable with. That's it, there we go. Keep that chest up, back nice and engaged, suck the belly in. Keep your abs nice and tight. And there we go, alright. Awesome stuff, guys. Okay, so the first 3 rounds done. So we will leave the exciting world of the clean squat and press. And now we will move on to something that's going to challenge us in a slightly different way. Okay, so maybe less explosive, requires a little bit more control, more balance, and it's going to target something that we've not hit 100% just yet, which is the glutes. So, okay, a little bit of glutes in the clean, but this is going to be all about the posterior chain. So that's the glutes muscles back here, the hamstring muscles back here, the calves, and even all the way down to the heel. So some of you might have guessed what we're going to do next. It's a 1-leg RDL. So RDL stands for Romanian Deadlift, which in any other way is just a stiff deadlift. So stiff legged. Okay, so it really loads up the hamstrings particularly. That's a 2-legged version. The 1-legged version that we're going to attempt today. Now 1 foot off the floor, shoulders back, really good upright position to start. I'm going to push the hips back and we're going to stand tall. Okay, so it's all about loading up that hamstring, keeping the chest up and the hips as far back as we can. Okay, so we're going to do 10 on each side. It might take a little while to get going, just as you begin to get a sense of the balance required. Even if you're an old hand and you've been doing these for years, you change the weight, you change the floor position, the flooring, you change the trainers you're wearing. If you are, all that's going to have to be factored in. Good thing is, our bodies are incredibly smart, so they'll get it sorted for us. Okay, so I'll start with those. After these, we're going to do some Russian twists. Everyone knows how to do Russian twists. We'll focus on how to do them really well in a second. Right, okay, so 1-leg RDL. We'll just do them all on 1 leg and then swap legs. So hips as far back as you can go. Really load up that hamstring and stand tall. So you'll notice that my knee is bending a bit. That's fine. It doesn't have to be super, super strict. The most important thing is, can we get those hips as far back and then squeeze the glutes as we come back up. If you find it a bit awkward with 2 hands on the kettlebell, just go to 1. There's loads of different ways to skin this particular cat. As you get more comfortable, more familiar, more confident, you can start to speed up slightly. 2 more on this side. There we go, right. Let's go to the other side. So as we were saying before, it's all about how far back you can get the hips, not, as some people consider, how far forward rather you can get the chest. The chest is obviously going forward, but think more about the hips going back. Really the chest should be the last thing on your mind, that should be the last thing to descend. And these are pretty challenging, not just in terms of overall muscle and control, neurologically, your body's having to do, your mind rather, is having to do quite a lot here. Okay, one more. And that's 10. Okay, great stuff. So if you're doing those right, you should really be feeling it loading up the hamstring and the standing leg. You might also feel a bit in the core. What you shouldn't be doing is feeling anything in the lower back. Okay, if you are, stop what you're doing, reset, and really focus on keeping the chest up nice and high. Okay, that should fix it for you. Right, Russian twists, guys. So, 12 kilogram kettlebell for these. I might be being a little bit ambitious. Let's see how we go. I'm going to have to keep it nice and close to the body. If you're doing it with a slightly lighter kettlebell than you used to, have those arms a little bit further out. Make sure, if you can, you've got your feet up off the floor. We're going to do 10 on each side. Try not to let the kettlebell drop too much. Ooh, oh yeah, feeling that one. 9, one more. Wow. Okay, yeah, ambition is definitely the name of the game there on that one. Whew, okay, well, whatever weight you manage to do that with, hopefully what we're doing is just rotating through the torso, trying to keep the legs as still as possible, and really getting a good work around, right through the core, from one side all the way to the other. Okay, that was pretty challenging. The really frustrating is I've got an 8 kilogram kettlebell sat right over there. I can't let you guys down. We'll try and stick with the 12 if we can. Right, okay. Let me grab another little sip of water. Well, I expect you might want to do the same. You might have seen me fiddling on with my watch there just before we started. I've got a Garmin. Other smartwatches are available. And it's got a load of different settings for different activities. So typically it's actually a triathlon training watch. So obviously cycling, swimming, running are all in there, but I've also got strength training mode. So I've taken to logging these workouts and seeing how many nominal calories they tend to burn. So my challenge today is to try and burn more than last Sunday's. We'll see how we get on with that. It'd be interesting if any of you guys have done similar and what kind of numbers you're starting to see. Right, one leg RDLs. Let's go for these. Another 10 on each leg. Safety first. Right. That's 9. Okay, one more. That's 10. Okay, let's swap over. I'll keep on this side now so you can see what's happening in this back leg. One of the things to really watch for is to make sure that back foot is not turning outwards. If it does, what typically that means is that a lot of the hamstring tension is being relaxed and lost. So try and keep that back toe point as much as you can towards the floor. Okay, so we want it to be down and not out. You're not feeling much loading in the hamstring. Just think about, can you turn your toe in anymore? Can you point it straight down? Try it again like that. You're almost certain to feel it a little bit more. Right, okay guys, so Russian twists for another 10 on each side. That'll be us finished with our second round of 3. As I said before, if you're finding this a bit easy or you're not getting quite the same kind of buzz you might think you would be getting in terms of difficulty, maybe you've got a lighter kettlebell at home than you'd usually go for at the gym, go for 4 rounds instead of 3. And see if you can get that extra couple of calories burnt on your smart device that way. A little bit of a breather. No harm in that if you need to, guys. Alright, there we go. Okay, good stuff. Round 2 done. Awesome, okay. Right, let's just get our breath back. I suspect you might need a little bit of a breather as well. Yeah, so when we're talking about a smart device, and it's obviously some of them are smarter than others, the amount of calories burned on that are typically in and around a kind of a bit of a guesstimate, if you like. Some of them are smarter than others, like I say, so some of them will have you input, you know, your weight, your age, your overall activity level, that kind of thing. And that all helps it minimise the parameters, but we're still talking quite a wide gap between a specific calorie count and one that's just kind of hoped for. One of the risks is that we always look at the top end of it. We say, oh well, it says I might have worked between 300 and 400 calories. I definitely have worked 400 calories. And the only risk with that is that then if you're considering that in terms of what you can then eat in order to stay within, you know, maintenance calories or slightly in a deficit, then we all have a predominance to overestimate how many calories we burn and underestimate how many calories we eat. So it's just one of those things. Don't always take it 100% as gospel. Take these things with a pinch of salt. Anyway, soapbox over. Right, let's go. Okay, last 10 on each side, guys. You should really be feeling this now. Those glutes should be working hard to get you back upright. If they're not, push a bit further back with the hips, or slow it down on the arch swing. Really push the heel down into the floor. Try not to let the weight sneak forward onto the ball of the foot, not on the heel. Right, okay, 2 more. Oh, well, I'm really glad I rolled out those calves there then, because they would be like little rocks right about now. Right, one more. Come on, guys, we got this. Best rep of the lot. Let's go. Ooh. Right, okay. Good job, guys. Right, third and potentially last round of Russian twists. Okay, let's go for this. Come on, core. Don't fail me now. We can do this. Okay, half done. Last half. See how we go. 9, 10. Whew. Fantastic. Right, okay. Whew. Feeling that for sure. 3 rounds done. Okay, good job, guys. I'm doing well here. Cracking on, no business, no messing about. Right, okay. Have a little bit of a breather now. Except for those of you doing a 4th round, don't you stop. I want you working hard right to it. Okay. The next one is going to be, start off in a variation on a press up. Okay, so all familiar with press ups, you'll be doing them from the knees. If you find them really tough, you'll be doing them from your toes. If you're building and getting stronger and feel like you're up for that extra level of difficulty, however you do it, we're going to keep the abs as tight as possible. Okay. What we don't want to see is what we frequently see if you're used to using, let's say, a band for a bit of assistance at the gym, and this is how you do it on freehand. We don't want to see this kind of thing happening, okay, coming up in installments. We want to get you down and get you up like a plank, okay? Which is a bit of a slogan, but there you go. So I mentioned there's going to be a variation on that. We're going to grab our kettlebell, okay? We're going to get one hand on it. Let's just sort this bit out. One hand slightly higher than the other. And that's just going to focus more work on the hand that's higher. Not really the hand as much as it is the chest, the tricep, the lats all on that side. So one hand slightly higher than the other. We're going to do 6 press ups like that. We're going to do 6 press ups on the opposite hand elevated. If you're feeling really snazzy and you want to get a little bit more kind of excitement through the body, through the central nervous system, we can go 1 and then swap over 1. And we can actually go through that transition really fast as well. So if you're up for a bit of that, let's do that, shall we? So that'll be 12 press ups, just 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, till we've hit 6 on each side. Okay, so depending on your comfort level, you can go for a harder version of that or a slightly simpler version. After that, we're going to go for a new exercise for me. It's what I've been researching lately. We want to do as much rowing as we can when we're outside of the gym. We're doing a lot of pushing. You can see press ups, etc. We want to try and get some rows in as well. So we want to work the muscles on the back of the shoulders and the back in general. So this is what we've come up with. We're going to get into a bent over position, so very similar to how we were for the suitcase row, maybe even slightly closer to horizontal. I'm going to grab kettlebell in both hands, and we're going to pull it up towards the face. Okay, so elbows out in this one, and I'm going to pull up and down again. Okay, up and down. So from this position, nice bent over position, back flat, abs tight, pull up and down again. Up and down. Okay, so it doesn't take too much grip strength. The real trick here is just to try and hold it in that position for a paused sort of second and a half, and back down again. So it's a bit like doing a TRX row up to the face, or a band row, or anything when we do what we call a face pull in the gym. It's really a face pull movement, okay? So working all these muscles back here. All that stuff that's a risk of loosening off and getting a little bit weaker while we're out of the gym. Right, okay, enough chat. Let's go for our press ups to start. Okay, so if you remember, we're doing 6 on one arm, 6 on the other. So I'm going to transition from one side to the other on each alternating press up. He says now, you may regret in about 2 minutes time. Let's go for it. Okay, 1, 2. Alright, yes, definitely regretted that. Right, let's see how we go. Okay, so bent over, nice hinge position, back nice and flat, chest engaged, sorry, chest up, abs engaged, and we pull out and back down again. Okay, up to your chin if you can, all the way up, little pause at the top, 10 of these. And 10. Ooh, right. Okay, good stuff, guys. Round 1 done. Okay. Woo. So challenging in a slightly different way again. If you're going for that quick transition between the press ups, you'll definitely be feeling that a little bit cardio. You'll be a bit out of breath from those. Even if you're just focusing on really good form and just doing all 6 with one foot hand elevated and all 6 with the other. Come on. You'll get loads out of that. And then with these rows, these face pulls, just be careful a little bit that the shoulders aren't sort of creeping forward. We don't want you into that position. We want to keep as far a distance between the earlobes and the shoulders as we can, okay? So if you feel like it's coming up a little bit, just reset, shoulders back and down, and then pull again. What might happen with that, help with that is, I was saying to get it to the chin, that's really only if you can still keep the shoulders down. If it begins to creep up to get to the chin, bring them down, even if it means you're getting to the top of the, the top of the chest, the bottom of the throat. Okay, 2 more rounds. Shall we go for these press ups again? Yes, I think we shall. Alright. Okay, let's go guys. Alright. Oh, I can feel a little bit less explosive there towards the end, but still working. Let's go. Okay guys. Hinged over, chest up, shoulders down and back, and row. That's 8, 2 more. 1, and 2. Woo, right, okay. How's that feeling? I'm sure you're beginning to feel it there around the back of the shoulders. That's good. That's what we want. All right. Okay, so we've got one more round of these to go, guys. And after that, we've got a bit of a finisher for you. A little bit of a finish with a blood pumping, testosterone spiking, hard working, Sunday finisher. I thought I'd call this Sunday roast, this particular workout. I get a bit hot, I don't know about you guys. Maybe not roasted just yet. I suppose this would be the dessert coming up. I never think of desserts for Sunday dinners. It's got to be something stodgy, right? It's got to be like a rice pudding or something like that. Interested to know what you guys have. What's your go-to dessert? Okay, right. Kettlebell press ups, last lot. Let's try and make these the most explosive of the bunch if we can, guys, shall we? Let's go. So 6 on each arm. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 more. 6, and 6. Woo. Alright. Okay guys, come on, quick transitions in the next little lot. Let's go. Come on, 2 more. 9, and 10. Oh, right. Awesome job, guys. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back for getting through that lot. Not easy. Okay. So I promise you a finisher. Didn't promise you a miracle. Promise you a finisher. What we're going to go for. There's 3 rounds of kettlebell curls. What we're going to do is set a timer. We're going to go for however many we can do in a minute. So 1 minute of max reps, 1 minute of max reps, 1 final minute of max reps. Okay. So obviously those numbers might drop off a little bit as we go. That's fine. As long as you just fill the minute as much as we can with good quality kettlebell curls. What is a good quality kettlebell curl, I hear you ask? So what we want to be doing is keeping the hips nice and firm. We don't want them to be swinging ourselves up into that position. As tempting as that might be towards the end. Let's try and keep the hips firm, glutes engaged. Nice upright position with the shoulders back, we're just going to curl in. Try and keep the elbows tucked in, nice and close to the body. Okay? So, what I suggest we do is we wait 17 seconds until a minute. That can count it easier. And then we just go steady out the blocks, okay? Much rather we do that than we go 20 and then dive for the rest of the minute, okay? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice and steady she goes. I keep a count of how many you're doing. So we're going to try and equal that the next round. 9. That's 10 for me. 25 seconds to go. Right. That's 30. Come on. Okay, that's time. Oh, went a couple of seconds over, but we'll just keep it between you and I. I got to 36. Interested to know what you guys managed. We'll give ourselves a minute's rest. Get rid of that lactic acid. And the second lot's going to be harder. No lies, let's try and keep the pace up though. I want to try and equal that number if we can. Yeah, so shaking off does help the lactic acid drain off a bit quicker. Big deep breaths. We'll try and blow off all that CO2. Get plenty of oxygen back in the blood. 15 seconds to go. Right. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Yeah. Okay. Hands up if you got more than 36. Alright, stop showing off. Let's go. We're on pace, let's go. Remember, all the way, open the arms as much as you can. We don't want little half reps with the elbows super bent. I want to try the full range of motion. 8. That's 30. Okay, 5 seconds to go. That's time. One rep down. Oh man, right. So what lessons can we take from that? Shake off more before we get started here on our last round. Maybe go a little bit slower, take less of a break. Or go a bit faster, get as many under your belt before you burn out as you can. Loads of different ways to look at this. I'm interested to know if you found a perfect technique. Okay. 32 seconds. Big deep breaths, guys. One last round. Let's leave all out on the field, as they say in the US. Which is weird to think about it, because in Britain we say don't leave it in the locker room, or leave it in the changing room. So, leave it on the field, leave it in the... Alright, 5 seconds. Let's go, guys. 3, 2, 1. That's 20. Okay. 1. 6. Oh. That's 30. Come on. Got 22 seconds to go. 35. Come on. 12 seconds. 6, 7, 9, 40. 5 seconds to go. 41, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's 10. Whew. Oh, right. Awesome work, guys. Fantastic job. Hope you pushed it right to the maximum in the finish there. That was really good work. You can be pleased with that. Well, it's not telling me how many calories I've burned, but apparently I've got to rest for 35 hours. That's not going to happen. There we go. Right. Awesome work, guys. Thanks very much for joining me. And we'll see you again very soon. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.